Today marks day 6 of our response and recovery operations here in the Dove Springs area. The Austin Police Department has been here since the onset of this event, this historically catastrophic event for our city. To my knowledge, is the worst flooding that ever hit our city, much worse than in 2001, which hit this area. This morning, the Austin Police Department, both of our cadet classes have been out here with our city partners and other volunteers from the city. And what we've been doing is we have canvassed the entire affected neighborhood here in this grid, advising residents that tonight at 6:30 p.m. the city will have a town hall meeting at Perez Elementary School. That's Perez Elementary School in the heart of Dove Springs at 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. tonight at 6:30 p.m. Our cadets have not only been distributing that information to the residents, the affected residents, they've actually helped several homes where residents that were there were elderly, did not have any help, and quite frankly, us and the folks from recovery and resources from the city of Austin have really helped those folks out. To date, we have had two reports of burglaries of residents. Now, some people in the media would call that looting. Looting is widespread thievery when an event, whether it's a riot or a natural disaster occurs, you have wide theft, thievery going on. In this instance, we've been here 24/7 for the past 6 days with a very large presence by the Austin Police Department, and to date we've had two reports of houses that were burglarized. One house had both houses I think had minor electronics, some computers, things of that nature. We will be here throughout. And I'm proud to say that despite the fact that this is 1,100 homes that have been impacted, a pretty wide area, that we've been able to minimize the thieves down to 2 reports. The last thing I want to say before I take questions is that we are not allowing metal recyclers, people to come out here and going through the debris. It is not safe and it's not going to be permitted. So if you don't belong in this area and you're spotted, you will be asked to leave, and if you don't leave, you'll be subject to arrest. And with that, I'll open up to any questions.
How many cadets?
Both cadet classes, how many is that?
70.
70 cadets have been out here this morning from the Austin Police Department, and the city's putting about 120 additional volunteers in different shifts out here talking to folks. One of the frustrations that, having been here for the last 6 days, is, people want answers to questions that unfortunately doesn't depend this on the city. We have to get information, has to be gathered here, volumes of information that then has to be provided to the state and the federal government, federal emergency management authorities, so they can make a determination as to whether or not we qualify for those federal disaster designations. So that's been done, and hopefully in the next matter of days we'll get more of those answers.
What kind of things have you guys been doing? I saw the past few days I've been here, there's been a very large police presence.
Yes.
Throughout the neighborhood. Is that to prevent, obviously?
That's why we've only had 2 reports of any thieves coming in there. We've only had 2 houses that we're aware of. We have been here since day 1. We limited the entry points to just one location here at William Cannon and Pleasant Valley. And the reason we did that is that if you look at history, when you have these events, you'll remember during other events around our country with widespread flooding like we've had here, you had very large-scale looting. That has not been the case here, and that's a direct result of 2 things. One, the presence of the Austin Police Department, and secondly, neighbors helping neighbors and working with each other to keep their precious belongings that are still salvageable safe. And we will be out here as long as it takes.
If anyone else thinks that they have had things stolen, what do they need to do?
They need to do just like they always do. They need to call the Austin Police Department, call 911. We will have officers come out there and take the report.
What will be the role of the cadets that are out here?
The cadets today have canvassed the area, making people aware of some of the resources that are available, making folks aware of the 6:30 town hall meeting at Perez Elementary School. And then once they've saturated the area and got that done, in terms of the dissemination of information, they then went into physically recovery mode, helping people clean their houses out. People can't restore and begin to restore their homes until they clear out the mess that's in these homes. Some of these homes have been impacted with 4 to 5 feet of water, and you can imagine the devastation. I don't think that this community can appreciate the extent of this devastation down here unless you see it with your own eyes. And I'm here to say that there are a lot of people that need help. So please reach out to the Red Cross. Please designate money to help flood victims. Folks that have rentals, rooms, guest homes, duplexes, anything that's available, please contact 311 so we can help find permanent or temporary housing for some of the folks that we have out here. As the last count, I think we had over 60 folks at the shelter in Dove Springs, and again, we'll be there for the foreseeable future.